Welcome back to my channel. Bienvenue, bon retour. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, why should you move to Toronto? And pretty much present you the 5 main factors to consider before moving to Toronto. Um, these reasons, they can be applicable to any cities really before you move there, but in this specific video, we're going to focus on the city of Toronto. So if you're clicking on this video, you're probably already thinking about moving here, or you're just curious to know what living in Toronto is like. So I'm here to give you some pointers. I have my notes here, but really, to jump right in, moving to Toronto is a decision that's very much individual. It depends on you, your personality, what you like, what your goals are. These will determine if moving to Toronto is really the best decisions for you, if it's the best move for you at this time. Toronto is a vibrant, multicultural city that has advantages but also disadvantages. But all in all, there are a few things to consider. And the first thing would be the job market. So you've probably heard of it, or clicked on a few videos saying that, hey, do not move here, like the job market is saturated. But it really depends on what sector we're talking about. If you're someone who's working from home, then you can easily move here with your job. In that case, that would not apply to you. If you're moving here looking for jobs, then it depends on what job sector you fall into, because it'll depends on how competitive the job market will be for you. And that's why moving to a city, it's not a similar lived experience. For some people, moving to Toronto will not work because they probably are working in an industry that's already saturated. For instance, Toronto is big for the tech industry. So if you work in tech and you're looking for a job in the city in tech, if you're not already working remote, or if you haven't moved to the city with your job, then it's probably going to be highly competitive. Um, so, but all in all, like any job hunting process, it takes time, and you really have to be very have a targeted strategy. Something that would easily put you in a position where employers would notice you, because Toronto has a very strong economy, and so there's always a need for talent. The second thing to consider is the cost of living. Toronto is notorious for the high cost of living, especially for housing. Um, Again, it depends. Are you moving here looking to buy a home, a condo, an apartment, townhouse? Really, what are your financial goals? And when it comes to housing, where and how do you see yourself living in the city? Because that will heavily influence your housing journey in the city. Are you looking for roommates? Are you looking to buy, or are you looking to rent? So these are some things to keep in mind. Lifestyle. One of the main attraction or positives about the city is the fact that it's very multicultural, and so it attracts lots of entertainers worldwide. There's a lot of entertainment going on throughout the year, and cultural activities and outdoor spaces. As someone who been to Toronto multiple times, I really can attest to the fact that the city has something for everybody when it comes to entertainment. It caters to all groups and all communities. So you come here, you will find something for you. The climate, another positive here. Although Toronto is a city in the province of Ontario in Canada, you do get to experience Canadian winter, but it's definitely one of the cities where winter is not going to be as harsh as in the rest of the country. So that's definitely a big plus here, because I know a lot of people complain about the cold, and so if you're not a winter enthusiast, Toronto is probably a city that would fit you well. But also community. So whenever you're moving to a city, the sense of community is usually like a big one for someone who's new, a newcomer. But because the city is so multicultural and diverse, you're very likely to find a community that suits your needs, that appeal to you. So yeah, these are the factors. If you're not really a community person, that's okay too. Like I said, the city, as big as it is, really does cater to all kinds of people. And yeah, and overall, like any city that you're moving into, you really have to do your research, all aspect, the cost of living, the climate. If you're looking for a specific community, does that community thrive here in Toronto, or is it a big community, is it a small community? Because the bigger it is, the more easier it might be for you to fit in. The lifestyle, the job market, these are the main points to consider, but they're valid for Toronto, but they're really valid for any city that you're considering moving to. If possible, plan a visit, right? If you're considering the city as a place where you want to settle in, plan a visit, get a feel of the city for yourself, not what people are telling you, but for yourself, to see if that's a city that you naturally enjoy being in. And also consider your priorities. Oftentimes, moving to a city is one of those life altering decisions, because you're really packing your life and moving to another place, and oftentimes that involves you're changing your address, you're updating your records, it does a lot of paperwork, and you're moving away from your immediate circle. So this is a decision that oftentimes you have to think about in relation to your priorities. Why am I moving here? Why am I seeking? Ultimately, what needs am I trying to fulfill by moving to a new city? Is my job moving me to Toronto, and I'm just trying to get a feel of what the city is like and what my life is going to be like? Or am I moving just because I need a change of environment? Or am I moving for business reasons? Maybe it's an opportunity for me to expand my business, or any other reason it might be. Am I moving here for school? So really keep in mind your priorities, because also that will influence your decision on whether you should move to the beautiful city of Toronto or not. Well, that's it for today. I hope this video answered some of your questions. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to explore specific neighborhoods in Toronto, or if you would like me to discuss other factors related to moving to Toronto in further details. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Take care.